Picture a world where the very touch of your hand could turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. A world where you hold a power that could change your life in unimaginable ways. We all have dreams, desires, and aspirations. Some are practical, while others are more whimsical. But what if you were granted a power that could make those dreams a reality? At first, it might seem like a dream come true. Imagine you are bestowed with the power of the Midas touch. You would want to show the world, maybe take a few selfies with your newfound power. But reality has a way of complicating even the most fantastic scenarios. You reach for your phone, and it turns into precious metal right before your eyes. The amazing turns into scary, as everything you touch, intentionally or not, transforms. Simple tasks like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast become Herculean challenges. Your daily routine crumbles before your eyes. Desperate for a solution, you try putting on gloves, but they too transform into gold. The golden gloves now act as a barrier between your hands and your surroundings. Your hands are not doing their regular job, leaving you to maneuver with your arms, elbows, and those brand new, yet quite stiff, golden mittens. You'd have to rely on family and friends for even the simplest tasks. Your independence, once a given, now slips away. Imagine the frustration of trying to type on a keyboard with golden fingers, each key turning into a miniature golden nugget under your touch. The act of creating a simple text message becomes a laborious endeavor. Even the simplest form of communication becomes an exercise in patience and adaptation. In a world that relies so heavily on technology and touchscreens, your golden touch becomes a considerable handicap. As the days go by, the general perception of your power begins to shift. People start to see the impracticality of it all, the isolation it brings. No more physical contact with anyone, not even your neighbor's cat, unless, of course, you're into priceless feline sculptures. It's not just about turning things into perfect golden replicas. You see, one atom of gold is dense, very dense. If you were to turn everything into gold instantly, atoms at the molecular level would become too dense and start to repel each other. Everything you touch would explode. So, your power works differently. It shakes things up to make them golden while keeping their original shape and size. The result? Objects that look kinda spongy, but be careful where you step. If you touch the ground, the Earth's crust would suddenly have a little extra give to it. Gravity would compress the Earth, and everything around you would be suspended in the air. When the shrinkage stopped, the deadliest body slam humanity has ever known would follow. Now, let's step away from the catastrophic consequences for a moment and explore the possibilities. You could become incredibly rich in no time. A simple touch turns a ceramic mug into a fortune. Converting your couch could set you up for life. Student loans, gone. Beachside villa in the tropics, yours. But don't get too greedy. The government might get curious about your newfound wealth. And if the global supply of gold suddenly skyrockets, its price would likely crash. So, here you are, months after your power was bestowed upon you. You wouldn't have the wealth you thought you would, and you'd have to isolate yourself for the safety of others. Loneliness creeps in, and you realize that the trade-off for the golden touch is human contact. No amount of wealth can replace the value of time spent with loved ones. But what if we dive deeper into the consequences, both expected and unexpected? Your power to turn everything into gold wouldn't just affect your daily life. It would disrupt the world's economy. Artifacts, paintings, and treasures, once invaluable, would become abundant. Governments worldwide would struggle to stabilize their economies as the value of gold plummets. Inflation would run rampant, affecting everyone's savings. Meanwhile, scientists would be baffled by the molecular changes caused by your power. They'd study your abilities, trying to unlock the secrets of matter transformation. As you walk through a barren field, your touch would turn it into a shimmering, golden landscape. But the beauty masks a dire reality. The soil becomes sterile, making agriculture impossible. Oxygen levels in the atmosphere would decrease as plants disappear. Breathing would become a struggle for all living beings. Now, let's ponder an unlikely scenario. What if you could control your power? Using it for good, you could touch the barren land and turn it back into fertile soil, reviving agriculture and saving countless lives. Pollution and waste could be transformed into something valuable, sparking a global movement to clean up our planet. And imagine the healing power your touch could have. You could cure illnesses, mend broken bodies, and bring hope to the suffering. But with great power comes great responsibility. You'd have to navigate the moral complexities of your gift. What should you transform, and what should you leave untouched? The world would look to you for answers. As we wrap up this journey into the realm of possibilities, we are left with a question. What if the true power of your touch lies not in the gold it creates, but in the positive impact it can have on the world? In a world of what-ifs, it's not always about the extraordinary abilities we possess, but how we choose to use them. The choices we make define us, and the consequences of those choices shape the world around us. This has been another thought-provoking exploration on Think Beyond, a channel dedicated to the endless possibilities of the human imagination. Say yourself in the natural beauty around you. Until we embark on our next adventure, keep wondering, keep exploring, and always stay connected to the world's greatest gift, our Earth.